Well, good evening to you. Welcome, welcome. Hi there, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love seeing your names before I even get to come on. So I love having that energy. Thank you so much. Tonight, we're going to be doing an ACES love reading, and I'm going to be asking about the emotional nature of this connection. I'm going to be asking about the intellectual nature of the connection, as well as individual feelings, thoughts, the 3D reality of what this relationship may be bringing or what it did bring. And then I would like to look also at any energies that are past, present, and future towards the end there. So without further ado, here we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Learn Love Tarot. If you're new here, please do be sure to say hello, because all of my learning lovers are just amazing, if I don't say so myself. If you were with us last night for that live, and you have not yet looked at the notes that I posted there in the chat, and it looks like you can't see it very well here, but I about lost my teeth when I looked up these angel numbers today, because I made this graphic in March. Last night was all about the truth bomb energy, right? And we see here that angel number 339, which is for today, is all about speaking up. Say what's on your mind. Your angels say that it's your turn to lead others, and they want you to work on the confidence to do this. Remember, we had the Queen of Wands at the heart of the reading with her ACES wings there, showing all of her glory, and that beauty of that card is just amazing. And this also continues that working on our confidence will help us use our voice to turn others toward the light. Lie on with your hands on your throat chakra and repeat the mantra, "My voice is strong." Yesterday was a throat chakra day, while today is a third eye energy of the violet flame. The violet flame. I think I'm thinking of the violet femmes there. And also, with today's energy being a 12, would be a 3. Today is the third. So we have this 33 energy, and furthering from last night's reading, it's love and peace. And I think I repeated multiple times that you are not alone. And here, angel number 33 is a sign for you that says love and peace. You are never alone. So going to be using the Lover's Path Tarot today, and that is a little bit different of a reading. The ACES reading is I'm going to be pulling on, again, all 4 of these aces, but the major arcana in this deck regards a specific love story that can be quite ancient. They can be tales, they can be mythology and nature. So we're going to go ahead and use that deck tonight. I'm going to be pulling your energy and their energy first. And then towards the end, once we get to the 3D aspect, with my new deck here, I'm going to be asking if they could say anything to you, then what would that be? So let's see where we go here today. Let's see what energy you guys are coming in as. And further, Gemini moon is hitting, let's see what time, 8:48 tonight. So that's less than 3 hours from now. In 2 hours, no, the moon will go void, of course. So for about an hour, we may have some kind of shoddy communications or electronics flaring up, kind of like a Mercury retrograde. And the don't of a Gemini moon is do not avoid tough conversations. And we talked about that last night as well. So with today's energy of the sun and Sagittarius being a flag that turns into an eagle, then into a rooster that crows. And that is about those who are first to notice that enlightened consciousness is coming are more likely to find common cause and announce what they see. So I feel like that is just beautiful there. I did list the dates that I talked about last night. that the third part of the story is coming to that conclusion there. And that is due to two of those, well, not two of them, the grand water trine, but two different aspects, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And those have reoccurred on the 10/24, 10/25. The same two aspects came on 11/22. And then we have Saturday and Sunday that those energies are happening for a third time for the third part of that story. All right, let's go ahead and get the energy of the divine feminine here, the yin energy. Who is my yin energy coming in as here, please? And thank you, Spirit. Messages of the best and highest good for whoever is watching and whenever it is that they watch. Hey guys, how are you? I'm so glad the gang's all here. Thank you so much for all your loving energy. As I'm shuffling, if you don't mind, sending up a prayer for my mom's boyfriend and awesome person. He had surgery today to blast a tumor and up at the Cleveland Clinic, and they got it blasted, but it was bigger than they thought it was because some of it was hiding behind a lung. So he's strong as an ox, but always love and prayers are always appreciated. It's energy, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get the energy of yin here. We all have divine feminine and masculine energy within us. So this could be your own yin and yang. Keep in mind, this is focusing on here the biggest love lesson. And that is when you think about the past or the present, and this might even be future influences here because, of course, energy is cyclical. Okay. Thank you guys again. I love having you here. All right, divine feminine. It was like, you haven't dropped the truth bomb yet, and they're not even wanting me to show your energy yet. Here, come on. Let's get a volunteer. And if not, I will do my 3-2-1 shuffle, and I'm going to choose the third card with that energy of threes today. Okay. Well, I'm no wonder. I'm shuffling a different deck here. So triumph here, that might be a theme. This is a 21 energy. So normally this will be called the world. And this is all about Dionysus and Ariadne. So this is about completing a cycle, guys, about successful completion of a cycle. Last night we had that 20 energy come out a couple times, first out of my mouth and then out of the card numbers. And what happens if we don't successfully complete a cycle, we don't hit the 21. We get resent back at that judgment 20 number, and we get resent back through and popped back out onto the hero's journey or the fool's journey, either or. And we have to kind of ping pong back and forth until we get to the point of this successful completion. So whatever relationship we're going to be looking at here today, again, whether it's past, present, or in the future, this is an energy of successful completion there. Now, I don't know, for whatever reason here, I had my court cards separate from my major arcana. So let me just go through here and make sure I have it here correctly. I want to keep in mind that this is about someone who has helped you successfully complete some kind of a cycle. Okay, and that would be when we stop patterns, we see what that mirror energy is trying to show us. Okay, so that's going to be our theme here for the energy. I'm going to put that back in the deck so I can particularly pull for each of those aces. Now, there we go. Okay, I was wondering why it was just not wanting to talk here. All right. Energy of the yin here, divine feminine, Empress energy, if you will, current energy for anybody listening to this message whenever it is that you hear it. And 3, And two. So much harder to shuffle a smaller bit of cards, right? And one. And we've got one, two, and three. Okay, you are coming in as the Page of Swords here, divine feminine energy, and that is Psyche. So Psyche was hit by the arrow of Cupid, even after Cupid's mother Venus said, "Do not point your arrow towards Psyche." But the reason was because she was jealous. So I know a lot of the shorts that I created, we were seeing some of that energy come about as well. So just keep that in mind here and look at all the transformation butterflies that came out as our oracle card in the environmental energy here. So Page of Swords, again, last night in the ending, that was the outcome where we are dropping this news here. So you might be delivering a love message of your own here. And there's a Queen of Wands, the heart of the reading from last night, and your environmental energy. So you're feeling yourself here. You're feeling your best sparkly self. She's got her hand here on a honey pot, and it's a pot of fire, but I just called it a honey pot. Yes, I did. So all right, let's find out what the energy of the yang is coming in as for this person, divine masculine. Please and thank you, Spirit. This is a biggest love lesson from the past, present, or future energy. In my notes today, I barely got started, and I wrote down, I was hearing Purple Rain, Prince Purple Rain, but instead I saw the words REIN, so Purple Rain in that context. There's Miss Kath. I know you knew you'd be driving. Okay, there's our masculine energy. So coming in as the Knight of Pentacles. So this would have been, or is, or will be somebody that is slow to arrive, but it is the only knight that is guaranteed to make his destination. So in this, maybe this was a lesson of loyalty. There's some birch trees here. I know on Astro.Seek, with your birthday information, you can also look at the tree type that you are, which I think is really, really cool. And I am indeed a birch. So have a look at that information. And sorry, I'm only doing Angie hands tonight, but I need all the room tonight. And their environmental energy is a Page of Pentacles. Okay, so more birch trees there. So it looks like whatever's going on for them right now, they're on the move, and maybe someone in their surrounding energy is they are collecting information as they go, which is maybe why it's so slow to arrive. And this is Perseus. Perseus slayed it was the ocean monster. I'm forgetting the name of it right this second, but the daughter was sent as a sacrifice for, I guess, the pissing off the the king of the sea, and the beast was slayed by Perseus to save her. So that's really interesting. So maybe this is going to be a beast that helps you slay some burdens, especially with that 21 energy coming in there for the world as the theme of our reading tonight, successful completion. Okay, let's get started with these aces here. Ace of Swords. What is the intellectual nature of this connection? All right, intellectual nature, pretty steamy. It is desire. I talked about the full moon tomorrow being a 7-day. This is the 7 energy of the chariot, where head and heart aligns in order to drive that chariot successfully to your destination here. This is Tristan and Isolde. So Tristan and Isolde, the chariot energy. And in this deck, instead of being called the chariot, it is called desire. So let me get you information about their love story so we can see how this might apply here. Okay. Desire. This is movement, fate, transition, and change. So we saw a lot of change in the energy last night as well. Of course, with the red thread of destiny showing up in the environmental energy of the situation and what spirit wanted you to know. This decision, this using your voice was destined. Okay. Maybe this person taught you or is teaching you how to speak up for you. And if this is a future relationship that helps you complete a cycle, you will know this by how much you are desiring this person. So, without family of his own, Tristan pledged his loyalty to King Mark of Cornwall, who loved and cared for Tristan as his own son. Though through irreversible twists of fate and despite devotion to Mark, Tristan fell helplessly in love with Mark's bride, Isolde, and she with him. So this is about being pulled by desire. She did end up marrying King Mark there, even though she was really in love with Tristan. Okay, so if you're feeling impatient, don't worry. Transitions will go smoothly as if they are meant to be. Heavy fate energy coming in strong, guys. Wow, I love that. And just for funs and giggles, what is the environmental energy of this? Magic. Okay, so there may be an age difference. It could be significant, doesn't have to be. But this is all about, in this story, Merlin and Vivian. He's so busy and obsessed with his work that he delays and continues to put off love. But he, in the late point of his life, did end up finding that love with Vivian. And I mentioned my mom and Ben because they didn't meet until their late points in life or later, late 60s. So, and that's the happiest I've ever seen her. So it is never too late, guys. It is never too late for love. Let's go ahead and pull the air deck here for swords and look at, if you could, what do you think of this person? Okay, so what does the Page of Swords, what does the Page of Swords think of the Knight of Pentacles here? And I did say it's taken him his damn sweet time, right? So they may be, finger quotes, busy or just obsessed with whatever's going on in their life currently here. So what does Psyche or the yin energy think? Okay. You think that they are making a turn back and coming back around. I would say if there's that much desire there, then that's something that is inexplainable. You know it when you know it. If you've ever felt that before, no matter how crazy the situation is, it's that longing your soul feels pulled towards that person, and it's like trying to get the timelines to line up here. So you think, you feel in your heart here that the desire is strong enough between you. You think that they are making a turnaround here coming your way. On the bottom of the deck, the Fool energy, you think they're taking a leap of faith back towards you. And it's going to require some strategy here. We saw that last night in the Sabian symbol for two men playing chess. It's requiring strategy to make this correct choice on your path. And there's the full moon energy right there. Wow. Full moon in Gemini, do not avoid hard conversations, guys. Okay. It's coming. All right. And look at that underneath. Two of Cups, new love. This is equal balance. You both feel this desire, this happiness pull towards each other. Look at that, King of Cups. No matter the devastation, no matter how long it's taking, whatever reason they're turning around, they're doing so even amidst the rubble of whatever is happening for them. Wow. Okay. I like that. Let's go ahead and look at what they think of you. And I'm only using you and they for help of ease here with differing the energies. How does Perseus feel about Psyche? Maybe they feel like they need to come and slay a monster for you. Couple cards here. So what do they think about you, that you're intuitive AF? That this is like they know you'll hold this secret. Oh my gosh. Wow, guys, temperance energy. This is a heavy soulmate card. This is spirit here trying to show you this heart because you've done the work, as I was saying last night, putting yourself back together. This always reminds me of Humpty Dumpty. Putting your Humpty Dumpty self back together again, and only with the yin energy does that then ignite or change the magnetic pole between these two people, that then has them also start to find their own puzzle pieces and put themselves back together again as well. Whoa. Okay, so we've got 3 major arcana cards here out of 4, and the environmental energy, they're looking back at you too. Page of Cups. In this deck, this is a maturity here. They're looking at their heart chakra wisdom, is their past. What is their pattern? Okay, they're putting themselves back together as well. That's how you do that. We figure out the common denominator is indeed us, no matter how many relationships that have been on that path. There always is a pattern, but we have to discover it. We have to be willing to actually look at those skeletons from the past in order to then take that head and look forward to the future, understanding what fills our heart's cup, and looking at why in the past those relationships did or did not do that, and what was the lesson of that. So they're looking at this big time. Wow. And check this out. Wait till you see this shiz. Where is, oh, it's the South Node. It's in my notes today. The North Node of Destiny. Let me find it. Is a lady in fox fur. So on their mind munch, are ya? The North Node of Destiny in Pisces is about using glamour to disguise the full facts. And while that can be useful, right, it is risky because it requires then carrying a burden of self-deception. So they're seeing you here as like the center of the reading last night. They are seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles Queen of Wands, Freudian slip. That could be useful later. And seeing you as very beautiful, very attractive. There's a lot of heat here in these cards already. That's a lot of sexual tension. Oh my gosh. And there's your 1111. Guys, they know whoever this is, whoever was the first person you thought about, they know too. Okay. And there's the Knight of Cups that is sent out by the king. And this is a restorative energy here. We've got a second full moon. And this is restoring her own cup. Okay. You filling up their cup in some kind of way here, guys. Wow. I mean, just they might even feel like you are the only one that can help them find their puzzle pieces, but just the energy shift of you doing that alone is enough. They can feel it. If that is a true deep soul tie, the energetic difference is in your own healing and in putting your own Humpty Dumpty self back together again. That's what initiates that energy to come back around and start doing their work as well, and not one damn minute sooner. That's the hardest part of it. So, and I know that, I know. It is hard. This sometimes I forget what I do for a living, and it's like, nope. Awakening, there's that sun energy that wanted to be shown of Cupid and Psyche. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Cannot make it up. Wow. There's Miss Ash. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking cold. I cannot stand to be told. All right, guys. Next question. We're going to the Ace of Wands here next. And that is about what is the passionate nature of this connection? What is the passionate nature of this connection? Please and thank you. Passionate nature of this connection. So funny that for while she's in, it's like a fancy, to me, it looks like a teal or turquoise velvet, but it's actually oh, what's that damn animal called? The one with the fancy feathers that I talked about last night. I always the peacock. Okay, what is the passionate nature? There we go. All right. Strength. You can't hold back much longer. Strength in reverse. So this has yet to be in balance because this masculine energy is still putting themselves together again. And that's why they take so long. But again, it's part of the journey, and that is an energy that is worth it because he will always make it to his destination, as we were saying there. Okay, I'm going to kind of scooch and booch these guys around. All right, so the passionate nature right now is the lemniscate energy of that figure 8, about taming our own inner beast. We do have the Chinese New Year next year. It's the year of the fire horse. Okay. And remember that it takes just as much strength to push something away as it does to pull it in, but our own balance is required to enact that divine timing. Okay. So let's hear a little bit about the story of Brunhilde and Siegfried. Brunhilde and Siegfried, and still strength in this deck as well. Okay, so this is about leadership, confidence, courage. The Valkyrie, which is Norse mythology, the Valkyrie Brunhilde was the favorite child of her father Wotan, divine ruler of the gods and goddesses. Brunhilde angered Wotan by betraying him when she was moved by mortal Sigmund's story of love. For the first time, she understood the power of love, which made her strong enough to go against her father's will. She agreed to help Sigmund though Wotan had ordered her not to. This led to Brunhilde finding her own true love with Siegfried, the son of Sigmund. So this is meaning the transformation of weaknesses into strength and integrity, the strength to do good deeds. So that's all about being honest with our heart. And it looks like here that they're looking at the honesty of their heart. They're doing the work here. Now, to find their own balance is going to take a little bit more work here, because in reverse, that means feeling insecure or fearful. Energy is scattered. Okay. The puzzle pieces may be scattered to the wind here presently. And that could even be creating discord, okay, which weakens others. And that could be in their environmental energy as well. With that story being going against the wishes of her family, Maybe that's, maybe it's the one that got away, and that's why you always think of that person. Like, I shouldn't have listened to my flippin' family. Uh, don't know. Perhaps that's the case for you here. But on the bottom of the deck, the environmental energy of that reverse strength, the passionate nature of it is that this is a secret. Okay. And Shahrazad and Shahryar, she was super, super intelligent. She told a tale of 1,001 nights that not only kept herself alive, but all of the other women there in that harem. So, uh, again, high priestess energy. They already think this of you. They know, guys. They're well aware here, is what this is telling me. Now let's look at some fire. Let's look at some passionate nature here. Let's look at the passionate actions you'd like to take towards this person if there weren't any blocks. Okay, whatever those blocks may be, strength in reverse, if there weren't any blocks. Temperance again. Okay, and I know we made the jokes. We made the jokes about Lenny's pants the other night. But to tempering wisdom from painful past. Okay, you're older and wiser now. So the actions that you would like to take toward them, if there weren't any blocks to take towards this passion, you're agreeing here. You're agreeing with their thoughts, what they think of you. They know you hold this key. They know that you are holding the puzzle pieces. They know there's been an energy shift. I've been seeing a lot of healing taking place, at least in my collective for you guys. So I'm so happy to see that shift and thought processes here. So if there were no blocks, you'd like to go ahead and work their puzzle. Okay. You want to dip your toe in that passionate water there. All right. And in your environmental energy, what came up in the environment last night of the situation, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, you're like, I talked about age just being a number, and it's never too late to fall in love for the first time or the best time. And it looks like here we've learned a thing or two. And you're just telling me here, I'm at a point in my life. This could even be like retirement age. This can be, I'm a grandparent. This can be, I'm still young, but I have a lot of success so far underneath my belt. And there you are, too, Page of Swords again. Hang on here. Let me see what I'm getting. Okay, communication double here again, but there's confusion. You'd like to tell this person that there's nothing more that you'd like to do than dive into this passionate waters right now. There's definitely some fear in your environmental energy here about what this passion, what consequences that might bring. And look, there's the heart of the reading again, and also what they think of you and the environmental energy. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's keep a moving here. What passionate nature of this connection? What actions would they like to take towards you if there were not any blocks? We're love you guys. All right. What actions would they like to take if they could just take their magic wand and wave a wish there? What actions would they like to take towards you if there were no blocks? Past, present, or future? Oh my gosh. We saw that Two of Cups in a whole different deck, guys. I used 4 different decks, one for each ace, and that's why it's so important to do that, because you get to see the repeating patterns. You get to see how tarot is just a fucking amazing art, not only art form, but it's just a way to read the energy. Okay. It's just a way for a tool for us to be able to do that. So, wow. The actions they would like to take is offer you their cup. And it is green here. They know it would stir up some shit. But if they could throw that wand, they'd love to throw passion to the wind, no matter the destruction it would cause if there were no blocks. And what's in their environmental energy right now, someone playing games with them, this is not an equal energy that they're dealing with here. It looks like they're dealing with some pretty immature energy around them. Has them all caught up in their head, and they're like, why am I an emperor among fools? Okay, perhaps, yeah, this is all they're hiding as well. Secret wand. Wow, guys, just wow. I love the purple, of course, today. Purple rain, Reign. They want to offer you that cup. I mean, this is a deep soul tie, what I say. Egypt energy there. They're just as tied up in their head about it as you are. It's like this could be even like some guilting energy here, someone kind of coming at them in a childish way here. But again, Emperor's keeping his thoughts to himself, just like he sees you doing. So again, guys, whoever I'm reading for tonight, past, present, or future love, they know you know, and you know they know. Okay. Wow. All right, let's look at the feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. Okay. Well, all right. What is the emotional nature of this connection? Transformation, Pluto, death and transformation. We talked, that was the word, basically like the word of the night last night here, a 13 energy, which is a sister energy to the Emperor. Okay, Pluto transformation here. So death and transformation. Let's look at the story of Persephone and Pluto here. Today is the sister energy of the lovers, of course, is the devil, and Persephone got snatched down by her veil unawares into Hades. And on my post tonight, I put the picture of this deck here, Liz Houston's deck, because that's my favorite devil. She is not having a bad time. It's like, it's so good, you feel guilty. Okay, so the story of Persephone and Pluto in this deck, this is going to be about changes, okay? Endings bringing another beginning. The whole theme of this love story is the World card, successful completion. And she was holding a thread behind her back too. Remind me if I forget, because I'd like to actually read that since that's our theme. All right, Demeter, goddess of the harvest, had a daughter named Persephone, whom she treasured more than the earth. When Persephone was abducted by Pluto, god of the underworld, Demeter cursed the soil to be barren until Zeus finally arranged to reunite Persephone with her mother, but only if she had not eaten while in the underworld. But tis. Persephone had eaten 6 seeds of a pomegranate. Thus, a compromise was reached. Each year, Persephone would live 6 months in the underworld, which is winter, and 6 months on Earth for spring. So, the meaning of transformation is the need to allow something else to die in order to create room for the new. There's a fear of loss from change. That's the emotional connection nature of this connection, guys. They know it, you know it, but the fears here are real. Wow. Okay, let's see what's crossing. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was just talking about the world card energy, and she is indeed holding a string here behind her back. So that's 2 times now that it showed up. So I was regretting not reading it at the top, but I think now that's why it's right here. Okay, triumph instead of the world. The environmental energy of the emotional nature of this connection. Okay. Expansion, success, travel, and closure. Princess Ariadne helped Theseus slay the Minotaur by teaching him to use a golden thread as a path within the labyrinth where the Minotaur lived. Ariadne thought that they would live together forever, but Theseus abandoned her upon the island of Naxos. Bereft as she was, Ariadne did not know she was fated for a greater lover. Dionysus, the god of divine intoxication. He loved Ariadne for her passionate bravery and loyalty. Now a goddess by marriage, she went on to live in blissful triumph with her immortal husband. Wow. Okay, guys. So the emotional nature of this connection is that you know that this is a huge, you both do, a huge piece of the puzzle. There was major lessons definitely learned here. You are learning them, or you will be learning them with this person. That's beautiful. Wow. All right, let's come into our oh, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I want to know what you feel about them and what they feel about you. Let me get my water deck here. All right. Yeah, sometimes the quiet is not satisfying, is it? Sometimes that can be deafening. All right. What are divine feminine's feeling for this divine masculine energy? What are the divine feminine's feelings? Okay. You feel, oh my gosh, third time, Page of Swords. You feel like you need to do more research. You're still learning. You feel like there would be some, you'd be put out on the cold if you're not feeling brave here. There's again, fear is real here on both ends. You feel like my whole life would be, this is a lack mindset here. You're learning about lack mindset. That could be this last puzzle piece for you to complete that then initiates the healing of that other energy as well. Let me look at the bottom of the deck here and see if I can get any more from your environment. What's going on with you? 9 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So this is where the sun is right now in Sagittarius. So we're learning about enlightenment here, how we are really never alone. And this is the 9 of Wands. There is definitely, there's another full moon. That is a tendency to repeat a pattern, which is why you're so like you're coming in as a feel exhausted. I feel like that came up in either last night or the night before as well, just pure exhaustion. There's a Page of Cups here in your midst. That would be representative of all water signs. And there's a star energy. You're still healing on to this greatest wish. But yeah, you're still holding on to it. 4 of Pentacles. That's your truth, guys. Ace of Swords, you came in as that first card last night. Yeah, there's the 20 of Judgment. So I feel like this is getting to some nitty gritty details here about last night's reading. That's how you're feeling right now. You're doing this research. Can I get any more specifics on how you feel about this other person? I feel like that's how you might feel right now. Okay, yeah. Ace of Cups for the Ace of Cups. And look who's there. King of Cups. We saw that up here in the intellectual portion of what they think about you. And even among devastation, that King of Cups was still holding his heart. So, wow. Environmental energy of that, Two of Pentacles, so busy doing the most, juggling, professional plate spinner at the circus here. I feel like, though, as you're learning, I just really want you to be mindful of re-entering the same pattern again. If that's resonating for you currently, this big fear of, yeah, but I'll lose everything. Well, can we shift that mind thought instead of this lack mindset to, yeah, but what if I gain everything? What if I gain everything? Okay, let's look at their feelings for you. Emotional nature of this connection being transformation. What are their feelings for you? They want to take the leap of faith, the Fool again. Fool's in the, was it near? No, it was in the environmental energy of the opportunity. All right, their feelings. I'm seeing seeing the red roses there, so that's love energy. And his faithful companion, it looks like a what are those cop dogs called? The breed scares me. It's the only dog when she was working as a vet and as a vet tech that ever bit her, German Shepherd. And had never done that before. Even they're just so unpredictable. They need to be highly trained. So maybe here, even though it's like in their environmental energy with that Five of Swords, they're like things are just too unpredictable, but their feeling is they would leap now if they could. And in their environmental energy, they have to choose to make a different choice. Two of Wands. Are they going to do what they've always done and hold on to that safety of what they know of the past? Or are they going to grab this globetrotter? But not in the way you think. I'm thinking of the Harlem Globetrotters. I don't know if that's for somebody. I remember watching that when I was little. It's entertaining, right? You kind of just, they're funny. You want to be entertained, or do you want to hang on to the old, boring life because they're looking like they want to jump ship here, and there you are, a friggin' again, High Priestess. Wow. They're keeping this wish to take that leap of faith there a secret. Is again, it just keeps coming up, guys. There's Knight of Swords coming in fat with some fast truth here and making a judgment call. Whoa. They might be further along in their puzzle pieces than you think. And there's the sister energy of today's lovers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to go 6 deep here. That's what she said. Okay. Can I get any more emotions? I know the Ace of Cups already came out. And my ears squeezing so hard. Thank you, Spirit. The Sun. We saw that already as well. I'm on the third deck now, 4, including the main questioning deck. Wow. And their environmental energy, 7 of Pentacles waiting. Is the juice going to be worth the squeeze? And I don't think I've noticed this before, that this tree behind them is barren and the fruit is what the harvest that they're reaping in front of them. I mean, and look how many times it's like holding on to the old, no growth. Okay, they want to take this leap, and I pushed with, yeah, but I want some more emotions. What are some emotions of this toward their feelings? And they feel like this is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. Just wow. They know that's where the growth is. The happiest card in the entire deck and the most love in the entire deck, Queen of Cups. Wow. Nine of Swords and Four of Wands. They're still in a nightmare here, what I say, of a 11-11 that they're currently in. Yeah, this person could be attached, guys. And then we have that Knight of Pentacles again here as their energy. Two of Pentacles also dancing back and forth, doing the most. They got a lot on their plate as well. Gosh, both you guys are busy, busy, busy. Busy, busy. All right, let's keep going here with our story. Let's find out what's happening here in the 3D. Please let me know if you like this kind of reading. I haven't done an ACES reading in a hot minute. Oh my gosh, my friend has a puppy and he's like a chocolate German. He is so freaking cute, and there's nothing better than puppy smell, is there? Nothing better than puppy smell. 3D energy. What's happening? Oh, it's back. This is later in love kind of 3D story here, guys. Now keep in mind they met while he was a younger man, but he was so obsessed with his work and so busy. And I just got saying, you both are very, very busy. Okay. And he just was distracted. He was so obsessed with his magic. I mean, that's definitely true love, because I don't know how much is still working there. Better have some magic at this point. And she's holding that cup of magic that was in the Three of Pentacles last night. I mentioned learning how to really hone in and use this magic as we learn these lessons and put ourselves back together again. That is really flippin' cool. So I'll actually read you the story now of Merlin and Vivian. Okay, Vivian. Wait, Eddie Murphy Raw. Was his mom's name Vivian or was it Lillian? Let me know. I don't know why that's coming in, but there you go. Remember when Eddie Murphy was making fun of how his dad saying his mother's name. Okay, that's an odd message, but there it is. So this is about self-empowerment, mastery, actualization, and growth. When we think of magic, we often think of Merlin, famed as the influential advisor and wizard to the King Arthur. Merlin fell in love in the winter of his life with the lovely Vivian. In time, Vivian used the very spells Merlin taught her to entrap him. Ultimately, the magic that empowered Merlin all his life had been undone by the only thing even more powerful: love. So, this is about developing the magic within yourself, casting a spell on another to create positive change. Well, the spell is cast. It's when your actions here are about self-healing and heart healing, pattern recognition, etc., that then shifts the frequency of energy, and this person starts doing that whether you know that or not. Okay. So, a yearning to grow beyond perceived limitations, renewed creativity, and vigor. So, is this something that may have recently drummed back up? Doesn't have to be, but when it's in our energy, and if you ever been through that kind of connection, you know what I'm talking about. You can't not think about it. You can keep yourself busy all you want, but you have to get into the place of knowing that that connection never ever is separated in the 5D. It's only in the 3D that we convince ourselves that we get busy, that we say something can't be. But I do feel like you know that no matter when that'll be, your paths will cross again. On the bottom of the deck, boy, oh boy, and that's a secret. So again, lots of untold parts of the story, or you're not talking about it, they're not talking about it, but you both know it. All right, now since that was the third time out, let's go ahead and let me flush out that story of Shahrazad so you'll have more context here. And there's the 5 of Romeo and Juliet, just as an FYI. Okay, wisdom. This is about knowledge, education, and enlightenment. Over the course of 1,001 Nights, Shahrazad, the wise bride of King Shahryar, tells many compelling stories. Shahrazad's wisdom won the king's love and trust. In doing so, she shared her life as well as those, she saved her own life as well as those of her fellow women in the kingdom. So this is about wisdom gained from education, translating book learning into understanding. Hello, Temperance. Okay, that takes time, right? That happens over time. And this is using wisdom to transform a difficult situation for the better. I feel like you're definitely going to complete a cycle successfully because you experienced this relationship just because it was that helped you on your journey here. And whether this is current or to be coming back around, it feels inevitable here with all of the synchronicities. Now, finally, for our 3D energy, I'm going to be asking what is going on? What is the 3D nature presently in your life? What is the 3D? What is going on for my yin energy right now? Good gravy. I love the easy to shuffle cards, but they're super slippery too. Like, they can definitely go flying. All right. What's going on in the life of yin energy right now? What's going on for the yin side? What's going on in the 3D reality of the yin energy currently? Okay, there it is again. You feel like your life might be turning upside down here a little bit. You might feel like some kind of this is like Mars sudden. Guys, that's tomorrow. 3D energy. Tomorrow for the full moon in Gemini, it's the energy of the chariot and the sister energy of the tower. So this full moon's a big one. It's our last super moon of the year. So all about communication. There's the 9 of Wands again. Not only are they in danger of, no, that was you, in danger of repeating a pattern if we don't if we don't blow something up here. Truth bomb. Yeah, truth bomb about a fear of heartbreak or actual heartbreak. And in this deck, that third sword has not entered, but look at this Uranus and the storm there behind to counter that energy. You might feel like something is following you, whether that's a memory or that's connected to this fear. There's the Knight of Cups. We saw him already. Water energies, actually nights are mutable. Wow, it's faded, guys. I don't know how many more times I can read it for you that way. No matter what deck I use, you can repeat a heartbreaking pattern again. Look at all the storms, or you can rise above. a flag that turns into an eagle, then into a rooster that crows. So before you can be a rooster that crows and says this truth bomb, you got to, that's her noticing enlightened consciousness, right? You notice that it's coming, and then you find common cause to announce what you see. That's how we got to get into the crow energy here. Again, Wheel of Fortune, fated, divine timing about this lesson, Hierophant, throwing caution to the wind. That's my Tawanda card, Sagittarius energy here in the environmental energy. 10 of Cups. Is the 10 of Cups worth it? What if it's everything? What if you gain everything? Hey, Miss Joes. What if you gain everything? I want you to focus there. If this is what you're currently experiencing, you're so worried here about what there is to lose and all the hard work you put in to build this 10 of Pentacles. This is make or break time if you really, really want that life-changing love that Spirit's been trying to bring you here with your own balance. That's the only way to get that energy to magnetically bring that pull in, bring that leap of faith in sooner. The only thing. Wow. Okay, well, there we have that. Okay, let's look at what's going on in their 3D reality. What's happening with the Yang 3D reality? What's going on for the Yang currently? Situation last night, King of Swords. Aquarian energy, look at that. It's beautiful. They might be saying their truth sooner than you think here, or maybe they already have. There's the full moon energy for tomorrow, the Chariot. I saw that tomorrow energy here. The sister to the Tower. Please let me know if someone calls you tomorrow. How crazy would that be? Head and heart alignment. 10 of Wands was what Spirit wanted us to know. In the environmental energy, and it's coming up in their environmental energy again. 5 of Swords a second time in their environmental energy, playing some bullshit games. And in this particular deck, this one's kind of creepy actually, because he killed his brother, which was her wife, or excuse me, yes, might be same sex for somebody too as well. Keep that in mind. Love is love. And it's all powerful. So keep those vibrations high no matter what. And the whole point here is she does get her justice. He gets his karma. So what's ever going on in their life, if they're dealing with some kind of next level bullshit here, then know that karma will balance that out. And maybe that means if someone's trying to guilt them into staying, or they're dealing with jokers everywhere, look at that. Justice. And that is the energy of, 9 of Swords rising out of heartache, but that can be divorce energy as well. Geez, a wheezy. And then reunion, 3 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles situation from last night, and what the actionable nature around you is. You as in yin, they as in yang. Geez, guys. Geez Louise, what in the heck are they going through? Can I get more detail on what's happening in this person's environmental energy? I'm just being nosy. What's that 5 of Swords? So childish. Maybe, okay, I was going to say maybe someone has played one too many games. What's going on in their environmental energy is particularly 5 of Swords. That's gaslighting. 5 of Swords, whether that is gaslighting themselves or whether another person is gaslighting. They're trying to convince themselves Like, oh, this is the life I chose. Why can't I just be happy? Well, when your energy is on the same frequency as someone else's magnetic pole, again, nothing you can try to ignore it and not feel it all you want to. So the Five of Swords is like gaslighting themselves that they're happy enough. The people in their energy are trying to convince them that they're happy. Again, maybe guilting them. All they can think about is Queen of Wands. Yin. They're having regrets here. Like, look at that. Volcano's about to blow. More truth coming in or about to be told. King of Pentacles. That's Uranus changed lessons today. So that is about two cobblers working at a table. The deepening of wisdom moves us toward having less staunch opinions and moving away from let's see, knee-jerk reactions and respecting other ways of being and doing. I think that even if they're gaslighting themselves about this is what happiness is, this is what I signed up for, or someone else is trying to convince them of that, you can't talk yourself into happy, guys. You just can't. And so maybe they're getting a little less stubborn here about what they signed up for or feeling some kind of loyalty, even though they have these strong feelings elsewhere. It's very duty, not DOO, but it's fair. It's not shit. It feels very dutiful, like obligated. They're like they know they're gonna regret here if they don't go towards this Queen of Wands. I mean, wow, look at those heavy roots, deeply tied there. And again, slow energy of that Knight of Pentacles does eventually, even after a long time, turn into the King of Pentacles. That doesn't mean you wait, because it only slows it down. You've still got to keep building yourself here. You might even have a whole ass another relationship to go before this can even come in. There might be one little piece of the puzzle you still have to learn, right? And if we're holding ourselves back for that, just waiting around for this, I mean, I say don't waste the pretty. You never know that if you have other lessons to learn from other people, still from other one-to-one dynamics. Wow. Okay. Well, let's look at if they could tell you anything. Okay. Oh, I wanted to find out what the ascension lesson is for you and then for them. What is the ascension lesson here with this theme of successful completion? What I don't know that this has ever came out on camera here for a general reading, guys. Last night I said in the opportunity, right? It's Swan Lake. It's stage time. It's showtime. The olive deck or the olive suit is about relationships that lead you toward your own ascension and true love. We had that from the jump with temperance on both sides. Environmental energy. Remember your identity. There's nothing to fear here. If fear wasn't involved, it wasn't even a thing. What would you do if there were no blocks? Okay, you can do it. This is about remembering all those masks, all those components of self. What parts of yourself have you forgotten that this person makes you remember? Well, damn. And underneath that, speak your truth. Can't say it more. 8 to 8 ratio there. That's a 16 of the tower. What about what is this person? What is Yang's ascension lesson from this journey with you, whether it was past or present or will be future? Just the synchronicities here. I want to go back through, and when I watch, I want to kind of make a little tick box of how much each card showed up. Oh, stop it. There are how many different suits in this deck here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, the olive suit is about courtships that help our soul expand. And the lesson here for them is that they might be going through this twin flame facilitator here, especially with that water trine that I'm talking about. Okay, that energy hitting hard for the third time this week. The dates are listed in my post. And then this is helping him release his lower self. I told you that you guys know who each other are. Masculine twin, if that's confirmation for you. Wow. Okay. And this red suit is about fundamental truths that to align with self in order to find true love. So, yumpin' Yemeni. Wow. Okay. What was on the bottom here? 6 to 6 energy in their environment beyond illusion. The illusion of 5 of swords a sun pulled to clarify a 5 of swords. Gaslighting themselves that they're happy or that it's like they're in the dreaded shoulds. Again, very like duty bound. They need to change their perception on this here. The slate deck is about powerful life lessons to expedite ascension. So, and I'm seeing a horn here also as a spider. They need to toot their own horn. And I believe I talked about that with the Mount Shasta energy. And underneath that, they're changing their perception, and they have to go through whatever this 5 of swords clarified by the sun is, because it is indeed karmic. And look at that lightning bolt here. Just wow. And that only means, I know people have heard it misrepresented, not a dirty word in tarot or energy. Karmic simply means positive and negative, the forces, right? The lessons to balance out energy that are necessary for our soul's growth. And they have to go through this, guys, but it's going to take the time that it takes. But keep in mind that we ourselves, yin, can delay that energy, male or female, doesn't matter. If we are not surrendering to this growth and this work of temperance, then it cannot be initiated on their end. Okay, then the yin energy cannot put their masculine self back together, because that's how that works. The divine masculine is working on healing his yin, and the divine feminine works on healing her yang. I mean, this is just poetry here on the table. I don't know what you guys think, but if you could feel my chest beating for you here, I mean, it feels pretty amazing. Just whoa. Okay, so if you could say anything to this person, past, present, or future. I love how well we complement each other and balance each other out. That's what it's all about. That's what I was just talking about. You have to do your own work, etc. Wow. Okay. And in the environmental energy, whatever you got going on for you right now in your yin, you have to admit the chemistry just isn't there. Are you in something too? Well, we did have the Ten of Pentacles and your current environment here, Page of Swords. What is going on for you in the 3D with the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, no spark, lack. Kind of does look like the Sahara Desert there. And then that was crossed by, I am in danger of repeating this pattern again. Ugh. Well, I guess that would be the only kind of positive thoughts keeping you going when you know, you each know about you each know who the other person is. So whoever this reading is for, there's no question in your mind who this is, and there's no question in their mind. If this person could say anything to you. He has a lightning bolt tattoo. No way, Ash. Wow. Wow. If this person could say anything to you, what would they want to say? Again, this is the Neon Love Oracle deck, a modern dating and relationship oracle. All right. Yeah, Five of Swords, guys, are gaslighting themselves. They're pretending that I can't get away from it. How many decks are we through now here? It's easier to pretend that everything is okay. Can't make it up. Rather than confront the truth. Wow. And their environmental energies, mixed signals. I don't mean to confuse you, but I don't know what I want right now. Five of Swords, twice on their side in their environmental energy. Someone's playing games with their words, they don't know what they want. They're dicking them around. That's why they know you're the vibrational match. And it's definitely a secret that's come out multiple times. So I'm wondering too, especially because this is here and you're in danger of repeating a pattern again in a familial, this is something in your life, tangible, 3D, that's happening right now. No judgment, guys. These energies don't, it doesn't matter if it's been 50 years, the feeling's not ever gonna go away. So this just confirms here for me my read on all the decks, and with laying those patterns over top, that's just beautiful. Wow. What do you guys think about them apples? What do you think? All right, I'm gonna get a fun. I'm gonna pull out my listen bitch deck. And because you're here, I see that Kathy has hello names up for people, so I'm going to start using that. So, Miss Kathy, because you are so kind, I'm sure most of you guys always say hi to each other. I love that. All right, Miss Kathy, choose you, girl, every damn time. Choose you. Choose you. Let's look at Miss Diana, or excuse me, yep, Miss Peg. I'm gonna go Peg, then Diana. I'm looking at Kathy's spot there where she was just saying hi. So Miss Peggy. Everything you need to get it done is already inside of you. Do not have any doubts. That is a thief of joy, girl. Already in there like swimwear, Peg. Diana. Let me get a listen bitch card for my lovely Diana, please. You got a couple here. I just saw horse face in that. I know it's not that. I just can't tell what it is, but that's what I saw. Oh, it's upside down. It's fine. There's the dove of peace. I talked about hope last night. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? And then we've got the B of community. I can't remember who got a B card last night. Maybe it was Josie. I can't remember. Let me know. You can either worry yourself or believe in yourself. Wow, those are two different cards. Guess which one feels better. Okay, grandma advice here. Worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. It is fun to do, but it will get you absolutely nowhere. Just slows things down. So don't have any doubts. Already see yourself having everything that you want there, girlfriend. Please and please. Okay. And we've got Miss Judy Jude. Miss Judy Jude. What listen bitch message do we have for Miss Judy Jude, please? Okay, here we go. Sometimes letting go is the best way to free yourself. Okay. Sometimes letting go is the best way to free your own damn self. All right. I hope that helps you guys. I hope that resonates for you. Just jot it down, put it on your calendar for today. Miss Ashley, what listen bitch message have we got for you? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Miss Ashley, there was a feather in the environmental energy on the context clues for the all signs portion last night. I'm sorry, I don't remember who. That was a lot. You don't need permission to say no here. Fuck them. Where's Marcia when we need her sweary deck? Okay, you do not need permission to say no, Ashley. Fuck them. Feels good to say that. Miss Josie. Miss Josie, Jennifer, and then Monique. Jennifer, Josie, then Monique. Miss Josie, please. Can I get a listen bitch card for Miss Josie there on top? Listen, bitch, if you were able to believe in Santa and the Tooth Fairy, you can definitely believe yourself. And I don't know if unicorns are a symbol for you or not, but there you have that. There you have it. Thank you for being here, Miss Josie. And I was getting ready to say, but I wasn't all the way through yet. I said Jet for Miss Jennifer. Boy, this deck got all turned around. Are you all turned around on something? Hey, Jennifer, listen, bitch, blurt out your ideas or hold them back and see what doesn't happen. Okay, she's like whistling here, like do 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 do. I don't have any ideas. Yes, you do. Blurt them out. Drop that truth bomb and or hold it back and see what doesn't happen. I think that's wonderful advice in general there. Thank you for being here again, guys. I like to, I know these are silly and fun, but y'all are silly and fun with me, and you put up with my silliness, and hopefully some of it is actually fun. For Monique, please. Card for Monique. Listen, bitch, you're worthy of everything good in this life. Everything. Also, that feather energy. I wish I could remember who that was for. I don't know if that'll have any significance or if it was just the message on it, but let me know if you remember which one that was. It was in the all signs portion. I think, let's see, I don't want to miss anybody here. I got Monique, Peg, yes, Diana, Kathy, Judy, Ash. You're so welcome, guys. Absolutely. You're so, so welcome. I feel like I didn't say hi to somebody that, no, I think that's everybody. We got everybody, right? Yay. All right, guys. Well, tomorrow is date night. Don't forget. Oh, Kaylee. I know she is I know. I was like, I'm forgetting. I know she was gonna do her best, but we gotta get a Kaylee card and I'll just text it to her just in case. Miss Kelly, what do you need Miss Kelly to know? Please and thank you. A lot of fours. Emperor energy. There you go. Okay, crescent moon waning. This could be just before the next new moon. So you're one decision away from changing your life if you want to. Wow, isn't that beautiful? You are one decision away from changing your life if you want to. All right, guys, I hope you like the reading style tonight. Please let me know that. And thank you for double tapping that screen, liking, and even coming back to comment on the reading later really helps the algorithm. So I appreciate that for those of you who are able to do that. I love you so much. And I will see y'all next time. I'll see you tomorrow night for date night at 6 o'clock. We're going to do some games again and we'll have a good old time. Okay. As we always do, or I think we do too. Oh, I would love to see your pink Christmas nails. You got to send a picture to me. Oh, good. Thank you that you love the reading. Okay, great. It was definitely in depth, wasn't it? Man, oh man, I couldn't believe the synchronicities. I don't think I've ever had all the same suit come out on both sides like that. That's kind of crazy. All right, guys, I'll keep gabbing if I don't, but I love you. I love you. Goodbye. Good night.